When the woman and the first love were holding their wedding, the husband's sudden appearance made her face turn pale with shock. And the reason the woman held this wedding was only to repay the first love's kindness. But she had no idea that this decision would completely shatter her husband's heart. Only when her husband chose to let go did the woman feel regret, but by then her husband had completely forgotten her, leaving only utter unfamiliarity toward her. It turned out that a month ago, the first love had been diagnosed with a terminal illness, with only half a month left to live. His dying wish was for the woman to be his wife just once. At first, the woman didn't want to agree, but the first love used the fact that he had once saved her to win her sympathy. He also gave the woman a memory-erasing pill, claiming that once her husband took it, he would temporarily forget her. After he died, she could give her husband the antidote, and her husband would return to her side. And all of this was seen clearly by the husband, who had come to bring flowers to his wife. That night back home, the wife deceived her husband, saying it was a sleeping pill, while repeatedly claiming to care about his health. In her heart, she calculated that after sending off the first love in 15 days, she would give her husband the antidote, and they could continue their happy life together. The husband asked his wife again and again to confirm whether she wanted him to take this pill, but his wife still lied that it was a sleeping pill. At this moment, the husband knew his wife had already made the decision to betray him. He was filled with regret for this relationship. Finally, with utter helplessness, he swallowed the memory-erasing pill. He told his wife he was going back to his room to rest, his heart churning with indescribable pain. But the wife comforted herself on the side, believing that since the memory-erasing pill had an antidote, they could be husband and wife again in a few days. Afterward, the husband called his old supervisor, proposing to return and continue his career. Years ago, he had given up a bright future for his wife, staying with her to build a life in a small city. He never expected to say goodbye in this way years later. They agreed to meet in 7 days to discuss the details. The next morning when she woke up, the wife directly addressed her husband as brother, lying that she was his younger sister Anna. The woman thought the memory-erasing pill should have taken effect by now, so she called the first love in and introduced him as her fiancé. The husband was heartbroken inside, watching the two of them deliberately put on an act. Yet he didn't expose them. Eager to show off his affection with the woman, the first love pretended to tell the husband to rest well, then pulled the woman away. The next day when the husband came home, he found his bedroom had been turned into their wedding chamber. Where their wedding photo once hung, it had been replaced with a photo of the woman and the first love. The sweet memories of the past flashed through his mind in an instant. At that moment, the wife rushed into the room with the first love, informing him that this room was now her and the first love's wedding chamber, and told him to find another place to stay. In the blink of an eye, the day of the woman and the first love's wedding arrived. The husband arrived and watched the scene before him, feeling both familiar and strange. When the woman turned her head, she suddenly noticed him. The first love made an excuse for her, saying brother came to give his blessings despite losing his memory. But the husband stated directly that he had come to say goodbye. He removed the wedding ring he had worn for years and took out the divorce papers he had prepared long ago. Only at this moment did the woman realize something was wrong. The husband told the woman that this memory-erasing pill was something he himself had developed. There was no antidote at all. The moment he would forget her was in the next 30 seconds. The husband declared that from now on, they would part ways and never meet again. The 30 seconds passed quickly, all the affection in the husband's eyes vanished completely. Facing the panicked woman, he showed an expression of complete unfamiliarity, as if asking, "Who are you?"